This story made me. The NRA thing. We got.
Oh,
everyone's
yes.
like, what the fuck? Get back to the NRA banquet that Anthony went to.
It was boy. I never knew there were so many people that wear cowboy hats on Long Island.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
That's the garb.
Well, no, there was a couple of people that had that garb on. I was just kind of like, well, that's weird. You rarely see that.
We've talked about it. When you walk around New York City and you see a guy with a cowboy hat, he looks so out of place.
It is completely out of place.
And this is a national radio show, obviously.
Yeah.
So when we say cowboy hats, there's people out there like, what's the big deal? Because where you're
Texas,
living,
Southwest.
it's completely accepted.
Yep.
But the rest of the world, when they think America, they think the cowboy culture and they think cowboy hats.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, you rarely see a cowboy hat in America.
Well, down south.
No, I
you
understand
would.
there's places, but
up here in New York,
East Coast, Florida, all the way up the East Coast from Florida to Maine, you're not going to see many cowboy hats.
Cowboy. New York City, it looks so weird when you see a guy walking down the street with a cowboy hat. It stands out more than, you could see a crackhead, you could see a meth head walking down the street talking to himself. You wouldn't give him a second look. You see somebody with a cowboy hat and you're looking and you go, what the fuck is that
It makes you
weirdo
stop. And he looks so out of place.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was a little odd seeing that. But so I went there. It was very nice. And I wound up getting
the door prize?
No. I didn't win anything.
Oh, all right.
Like where I win.
But walk us through it. Like they give you like a gift bag? Did they give
yes. It was
what
like,
kind of food? Did they get silly with their food?
Well, no, the food was kind of an odd thing. You had your choice of chicken, beef, or fish, and you had to grab a little square of paper, red for beef. Yellow, you ever see that?
No.
Yellow for chicken and blue for fish.
No.
And then put it in your plate so they would know what you were having. It's very regimented.
Was there like gunshot wounds on your meal?
No, it was very weird though to just sit in a banquet hall atmosphere where it's usually like a wedding, so it's set up the same way. You table name, you get your table number, and you sit down and everything. And then there's just people handling guns around you, like bringing rifles back and forth to various displays. And
are they loaded
for the auction? No,
they can't be loaded.
No.
And well, I'm sure there's a lot of people there carrying. Legally,
probably.
Yeah.
Everything's concealed.
No
one had it on their hip or anything.
I understand
but,
that.
I'm sure there were people.
Did you go with anyone?
Packing heat. I went with the girl.
Okay, good.
And
I was wondering if you were just there by yourself.
Yeah, I'm there alone, and we're just hanging out. No, but I was talking to a few people about not many Obama fans. I'll tell you that.
No kidding.
Not many Obama. And as
were
a
there
matter
any
of fact,
though?
No. I could honestly say, I looked around the room and I go, I bet there's not one person in here that voted for Obama except for the wait staff, who was probably spitting in the food.
Unless it was a tax reasons. There might be people in there that voted for Obama for tax reasons.
No way. There is not one person that is in the NRA that would vote for Obama. I can't imagine someone in the NRA voting for Obama.
Gun salesman.
I don't know. No.
Gun salesman. What a
gun salesman. Hello, I'm a gun salesman from Walla Walla, Washington. Knocks on your door. Hello.
Asshole I am.
And then I also found it a little funny that it was at the Coral House that downstairs, I guess, there was some other shindig going on, and it was entire a room of black people.
No.
Yeah, so down outside, you look out the window, and there's a lake and a little, outside area. And it was just all black people out there. And there's a National Rifle Association thing upstairs where there's just all white people.
The firearms in that joint must have been unbelievable. You got
yeah.
You got the legal and the illegal.
Yeah. See, it was kind of, the same thing going on, talking about guns.
Yeah.
But I actually wound up getting the prized possession in the auction. Because they had an auction, And a lot of the stuff is paintings of a deer jumping over a log and things like that wouldn't fit anywhere. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. A big old belt buckle kind of thing, which is like
Someone who thinks they're an artist. Ugh.
I don't.
Is there anything worse?
I don't need that. Or, a lamp that has a deer antler.
Oh, really?
I don't need that. Angela, who decorated my house, would take one of my guns and shoot me if I brought anything home like that to decorate the house with. It's not my cup of tea. But I wound up getting two, mind you, 45 caliber, Western style, 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Ruger, commemorative, 2009, National Rifle Association Gun of the Year, pistols.
How much that cost?
Two. It's about $1,600 for the two.
You hear that, Jimmy?
For two pistols.
He's got two more guns.
Two more pistols last night. Oh, they're beautiful. It's the
two more guns.
Ruger. Yeah, Ruger.
Are you done with your gun purchases?
Let's put Ruger 45.
We got a guy in the NRA who voted for Obama, my friend.
Western.
Let me. We'll go back to your gun thing in a second. I just don't want to lose.
Oh, there
Tom.
it is.
Maybe the guy voted for Obama because he's pro-choice.
Hold on one second. Tom in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I did the annual meeting thing back in '77, '78 out in Salt Lake City. It was a hoot beating all those world record shooters and stuff. I was a competitive shooter at the time, but I'm an NRA guy. I did vote for Obama, but you know what, man? It wasn't voting for Obama as much as it was voting against the Republicans.
Yeah, but how could you, being a member of the NRA, so I assume you're a gun owner.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good price on those guns, too. But anyway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I probably overpaid a little bit, but it goes toward the cause.
That ain't bad. $800 a piece for those guns ain't bad.
Yeah. That's them right there. Those are the
think
two guns I just bought.
I think they're kind of like
cool.
the church. I think anytime there's any gun legislation proposed or even a little rumor, they hype it up so much, begging for your dollars, that they blow it so far out of. I mean, if we think that anybody's going to mess with the Second Amendment,
dude, but they are. The thing is, I understand what you're saying. The thing is, and I've seen the NRA overreact, and their mailers are constantly coming in. And during the Bush administration, I would take these things, crumble them up, and throw them away because I'm like, really nothing. There's state legislation and stuff like that you got to kind of keep tabs on and everything. But for the most part, we're doing all right. But now, I mean, there is legislation on the table that is just blatant infringement on your Second Amendment rights.
Well, I'll tell you what I thought was cool was when Hillary was kissing the president of Mexico's ass and telling him how, we've got to do something about these gun shows and the cash and money.
Yeah.
Obama came out the next day and said, hey, we've got plenty of laws. Let's just enforce the ones we got.
Well,
that was kind of gutsy on his part.
Well, but I don't buy it. I don't buy the Attorney General's thing. These are staunch anti-gun people. Their record.
By the scare tactics. Though.
Not what they've said.
We've heard this crap before, and I think it's all cyclic.
We've heard this crap before, and then look what happened during the Clinton administration. You couldn't buy an assault rifle.
Yeah, well, that I fully expect to happen again. They'll put some sort of ban up. That whether it's Obama or anybody else, if these nutcases keep going out and shooting things up, you and I both know that you walk into some place to do some damage, you're going to carry a shotgun with an extended magazine with some buckshot, and you're going to do a hell of a lot more damage in the arm with an SKS.
Yeah, well, you could do a lot of damage with an Escalade too if you drive it into a crowd of people. It shouldn't be legislated against like it is with these scare tactics that they're using.
What we need here is our goddamn governor to get out, and we're trying like hell to get, conceal and carry through in Wisconsin and Illinois, but Wisconsin where I live, and God, I wish we could get Doyle out of here. That's where the NRA helps, like you said, with the state stuff. On the federal level, they've got some lobby power. There's some money, and I don't think that Second Amendment is going to go anywhere. What they will do is they'll regulate the shit out of the ammo, and they'll regulate the hell out of who can buy. It'll get to the point of insanity when it comes to background. I'm on a background check wait right now. I went and bought one yesterday, and hopefully I'll get it in 48 hours.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see something like a 500% tax put on ammunition?
I don't think that's going to happen, man. I really don't.
Well, all right. Something from your mouth to God's ears.
But, you're a true American, as they say. Joe Foss spoke at the annual meeting banquet when I was at. He was the governor of South Dakota, World War II flying ace, and it was the same deal. He sat around the table with 10 or 12 other people other than my shooting coach that I didn't know, and, what a good-looking young man. Meanwhile, I was in, Utah, where all the liquor stores were state-owned, and sneaking out the back with the wait staff and getting stoned and just having kind of the
what a good man, a good young man.
Yeah, what a good kid, competitive shooter out there blowing J's with the wait staff. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and it's really impressive the amount of money that floats around. And the show itself, if you're into firearms, it's like Mecca. It's unbelievable. I love it. I love to shoot. My wife's into it, but I did vote for Obama, and it was just.
No, that's your problem then. All right, sir.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Fontaine writes, cowboy hats, huh? Hey, what do cowboys say to get their horses going?
What?
Ja!
Ja!
So you got 2 more guns.
2 more guns.
You don't officially tell anyone how many guns you have, but it's safe to say you're well stocked legally.
I got a few.
Legally stocked.
These are more collector's pieces that will probably be displayed in a nice case in my office because they are
hopefully high
collector's
up.
Pieces.
How about you put the guns high up?
I won't store them loaded. You put them in a nice case. They're very beautiful guns. Yeah.
Anything else from the
pistolas? No, it's pretty much just a little gathering. You got to badmouth people that are trying to take away the Second Amendment.
Are they boring people? Be honest.
No, because we have like a common interest, the preservation of the Second Amendment. But
did you attempt to talk about anything else? Back to the Future,
Nope.
Lost,
nope,
Dr. Michio Kaku and his
not
theories?
at all.
It was all about guns.
It was all about guns and the Second Amendment and Obama and the sort. That was about it. But I was very happy when because some guy was bidding against me on the pistols. It got to the point where it was just me and some guy, and every time I wanted these things. I just wanted them. So every time he would bid something, I just pointed right back at the auctioneer. I was like, but whatever he comes up, and the guy realized. He goes, all right. He goes, I know whatever that I bid, this guy's just going to come over the top of me. So he backed out. And I won. To rousing applause because it was the item to get that night. That was.
You exchanged numbers?
No.
Info with people?
No, nothing like that.
How are you going to get your militia going?
Well, I got the card. The militia.
This was perfect recruiting.
The militia.
A perfect recruiting opportunity.
There were. They said it was the youngest demo that they've seen there in quite a while, if ever. And but there's a lot of old guys going to these things. There was some guy there, he was tearing tickets off, and he had a hook hand, one of those mechanical hook hands, and he'd run the tickets through his hook and just tear it off like it was it worked better than a hand would for tearing tickets. Yeah,
how did he lose the hand?
War veterans and things like that.
Ask,
no, I didn't ask. It was.
You think he lost it in one of the big wars?
Probably, yeah. He was wearing a
God
veteran,
bless him,
a VFW hat and stuff like that. You get a lot of veterans walking around, and
then that's how he lost it.
Yeah. And then there were some current military guys there. They get the applause when they get introed and things like that.
You were bored. Let's go to Pat in Arizona.
Until I got my guns.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Pat. What's up?
Guns.
Hey, morning, boys.
Morning, Pat.
Anthony, those you're gonna love those. I don't know if you're gonna shoot them or not, but those are just a kick-ass gun. I've got one of those new Vaqueros in .45. They're awesome.
Aren't they great? Yeah, I got a good deal, huh?
Oh yeah, $1,600.
Yeah, for 2 of them. That's great.
All day long. I think my wife used to work for Ruger, but I think she paid close to $5 for the one I've got. It's stainless steel, but.
Yeah, mine's the blued one.
Deal.
It's nice.
Oh, they're blued?
Yeah.
You got to get you one of those cool twin holster setups. And,
oh, yeah. So I could I need the twin low on the leg, low on the thigh, Western holsters. Just go to the range.
Exactly.
Plow, plow, plow.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
You got to do that.
And you're breaking up there, Pat.
You know what it is, though? Ruger, I had the Ruger Super Single 6 when I was a kid. It was the first gun that my dad ever bought me when I was like 13 years old for my birthday. And this gun looks like that. It's a Ruger. It kind of looks like that, but mine was a 22 when I was a kid, so it was a little 22. These are fucking 45s. And 2 of them.
Rocking the 45s.
I think I'm gonna
shoot
fire
them
it.
once.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it down to the range to fire them because they're not they're not collector's items to the point where you don't want to fire them. Like, I want to shoot these.
Are you allowed to shoot both at the same time? Old school?
I'm going to go out to Calverton, and, yeah, I'm doing 2 at a time.
1, 2, 3, draw.
Plow, 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 plow. That's it. 12 shots.
Jimmy was giving us a look. What's up? Are you gurgling again?
I really am. I'm going to have to walk out. I'm going to go shit.
You're so out of the game today.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I can't stop shitting.
Green Lightning says I ought to learn how to do some trick shooting with those guns. I never did trick shooting, but when I had the single 6 when I was a kid, I would do quick draw. I would be able to pull the pistol out of the holster, have it cocked and ready to shoot up at my hip. It was so fast. I used to do that after school. I'd come home from school and strap the gun on and just do practice quick draw to the point where I got really fucking good at it.
Nice.
Never did it loaded, though.
Yeah.
I never actually did it loaded because I was afraid I was going to shoot myself in the foot or anything or in the leg. But it's guns, fun. Just one letter. Change one letter. Fun.
Jimmy's reaching for his phone. Let's take a break so Jimmy can go to the bathroom.
Poor Jimmy.
3 already. 3 shits already.
You know
3
what?
shits and he's still alive.
He's shooting out of his ass.
Dude. I want more Cottonelle Fresh. I want the little hiney dabs.
Oh, you need hiney dabs?
I need more hiney dabbers because these would prevent me from basically having a Bic lighter in my asshole.
Can we get Dr. Steve on the phone? I want to make sure that this is not a waste of time for you, Jimmy. I want to hear his theory on the whole thing. John in Queens.
Chad.
Yeah, I was a cop for 20 years. This is for Anthony.
Yeah.
4 years retired. Not once in my 20 years did I carry my gun off duty.
No.
And I still haven't carried it once since I retired.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Congratulations.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Yes, there is something seriously wrong with you. What do you think is going to happen to you?
That I'm exercising my Second Amendment right, and I have a license.
No, but this urge to have the guns on you all the time. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to little Anthony?
So no crime happens, huh?
Well, go look at the statistics and see what the odds are that you're going to be the victim of a violent
I don't
crime.
care about odds. The odds are that you probably won't hit lotto either, and then occasionally someone hits it and goes, "Ooh."
But I have a question for
Are
the
you
ex
trying to bait me into a yelling match, sir?
On a therapist.
Are you trying to bait me into
Of course
an argument?
I am. That's what we do here.
It's not working.
Can I ask a question? So by that very same logic, I should never wear a seatbelt in my car because the odds of me getting into a traffic accident.
Au contraire, you have much more chance of getting killed in a car accident or getting hurt in a car accident than ever getting shot at or stabbed or anything like that.
I bet if something happened to you,
Look it up.
although it didn't,
Look it up.
I bet if something did happen, you would have wished you had your gun on you.
I'd rather have one and not need it than need it and not have it.
And why wouldn't you carry off duty, you fucking lightweight? You know what you are? You're supposed to be on duty 24 hours there to defend the people. Why didn't you carry off duty? You're a fucking pussy is what you are. Y'all look the other way,